Ben Alvord. Come on up, Ben. Where are you, Ben? Keep it going for Ben, everybody. It's the first day of school, freshman year of high school. I'm excited a bit, but mostly I'm just full of anxiety. The excitement I do feel, that's because this is no longer middle school. Middle school was bullshit. Yeah. I got there and none of my elementary school friends were in any of my classes, and also none of them liked me anymore, so I had to make new friends, and I did. I made 2 of them, 1 for each year I was there. It's a perfect ratio. And the thing is, though, now that I'm here on the first day of high school, I'm realizing that I'm not really clear on whether those guys are truly like my friends or if they're more just sort of school acquaintances, because I haven't talked to them all summer. And now I'm here in this sea of teenagers who are walking around this school like they really belong here, and I can't find my friends, and I'm starting to feel like maybe they don't exist anymore. So first period's over, and I walk over to my assigned locker, and I can't get into it because there's these 2 sophomores in front of it, so I just sort of stand off to the side, and I wait. I know these guys are sophomores because one of them is this kid, Eric. Eric's the coolest kid in his class, and also the world. He's really small for such a popular kid. He's short, but he's like this tiny Adonis. He looks like he probably just came strolling out of his mother's womb already wearing cologne. Just started jotting down nurses' phone numbers. So Eric's friend says to him, he asks him if he's set up his locker yet, and Eric says no. And his friend says, oh, you should just take this one. And he's pointing at a locker. He's pointing at my locker. And in my head, I'm like, you can't just take lockers. They're assigned. There's a system. But I don't say anything. I just walk away as Eric starts unloading his stuff into what now is no longer my locker. In the next few months, I learned that going to high school when you don't have a locker is a real pain in the ass. You have to carry all your books around in your backpack all day long, which is heavy. And then the worst part is then there's no room in the backpack for your winter coat. And so for the first couple of cold days, I just carry my coat around with me, but kids keep asking me why I don't put it in my locker, and so I just stop wearing it. And I've never minded the cold much, but I live in New Hampshire, and so by October, there's frost on the ground most mornings, and it's okay, I wear this wool sweater, and it keeps me warmish until December. Then the weather just kind of starts laughing at me and my dumb sweater. And the temperature drops below freezing, down below 20, down into the single digits. And in the morning, it's not so bad. I got to ride to school. But after school, it's the problem because I've joined the winter track team with one of my 2 possibly friends. And by the time practice is over every night, the sun's gone down and I'm damp from showering. And I have to walk a full mile home, just me and my sweater against the cold. And I tell myself, don't clench up against the cold because if you stay loose, your blood can flow more freely through the veins and keep you warmer. And I don't know if that's true, but that's what I tell myself. And this one night, I'm halfway there, halfway home, and I'm shivering because it's fucking snowing, and a car pulls off to the side and rolls down the window, and I see that it's Bob. He's one of the assistant track coaches. And he says, Ben, I've seen you walking home every night. I feel like you need this. And he awkwardly kind of gives me a winter coat. And I realize that he thinks, my family's poor or that I'm just neglected. And I realize I really need to tell him that it's not that. It's this dumb locker thing. But I can't even begin to think of how the hell to say that. So I'm just like, thanks. And I take the coat. And then that night, I realized I need to go to school the next day, and I need to tell a teacher that I don't have a locker, and I need to take this coat to Bob and say, no, I don't need this coat. Give it to a kid who needs a coat. I know that's what I need to do, but what I do instead is I hide the coat up in my attic so my mom won't ask me about it. And I keep wearing that sweater to school, and I just wait for spring.